Different things I want to talk about today. Okay, first, let's get into a little bit of some mental stuff. Number one, this is very, very important that you guys understand this. A lot of times, not only in like tennis, okay, but in life in general, okay, we let other things like influences, like, oh, I did this, so now I'm going to do better. You did this, and you get better. You know, confidence kind of breeds confidence. But I want to tell everybody right here, I don't care what age you are, I don't care how big you are, I don't care your ranking or anything. Let's stick to tennis. You can think, okay, and believe, okay, whatever you want to believe, okay? That's number one. Don't let, like, other things influence you. You know how many times people have been like a ball boy or a ball girl, and they're looking up to someone, and down the road, they beat them, and they were picking up balls for them when they were little like you. The only thing you got control over, and I tell you this all the time, is your attitude. You got to think more of yourself, okay? You want other people to motivate you and help you and support you, like your mom and dad and your cat and dog. I get all that. But what you think of yourself, you can think whatever you want of yourself. If you want to think you're this, you're going to think that. Okay, I'm just telling you how this stuff works. I know many, many players, okay? That doesn't mean you're going to be number one in the world, or you're going to play on a pro tour, or go to college free, or whatever the end game is. But you can think whatever you want to think, okay? And when you see that sign when you come in, anybody read it? There's another one right here. Anybody read that? If you can dream it. What? No, you can do it. I'm just saying, this is the way this stuff works. Don't let this be drip, 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 drip. You can think whatever you want to think. Whatever you want to think. You want to think of be number one in the world? Whatever you want to think and believe. And you got to always think highly of yourself. This is about you. All right? You got to be able to take a punch, because you're going to lose, and you're going to lose and fail and have adversity, okay? So important. Through all of these like failures and adversity and losing. And the reason why this was fresh in my mind, I did a podcast and they asked me about Jensen Brooks, okay? Who you guys saw, he was out here practicing a couple years ago. The guy gets suspended for 11 months, 2 wrist surgeries, okay? Here he is. He just won the clay court championship, okay? And at that time, he's thinking, normal reaction, end of the world. Is my career over? What's going to happen? Blah, blah, blah. I was one of the flavors of the month. I took and set off Djokovic 3 years ago or whatever. Now all my friends are a lot better than me. Okay. And he said it best. He goes, through everything I went through, I look at life differently. Through all those failures and all that adversity, it's made me stronger mentally. And I'm handling pressure even better. You know, look, a year and a half from now, even though he's like 400 in the world, because his ranking went that way, he'll be top 20 in the world. You don't lose the talent, you lose this. And you got to be very strong-minded to be able to take a punch. So you guys remember what I just said, because you're going to lose and lose and lose. I told you this. Venus never won a practice match in 3.5 years. I don't know if Gerard's still here. She never won a practice match. If some of you guys don't win a practice match in 2 weeks, you're gonna go ready to retire. She said, Rick, I'll give you $5 if you let me beat someone. I could have thrown her a bone, and no, it doesn't kill you. It's gonna make you stronger. You try harder, you dig deeper, you look at things different. You gotta remember, this is how it works. It's not where you start, and it's only over when you quit. That's the only time it's over. When you quit, that's it. The next thing, this is more of a technical thing. The volley. How many of you guys like the volley? How many of you guys love the volley? How many of you guys love the net? Okay, so why don't you come in more? I tell you this all the time. If you're afraid to come in, you get better at what? The more you miss a volley, what happens? You get better. The more overheads you miss, what happens? lot of you guys got little arms, little legs, little brain. Hopefully that changes. Come in now. Now you got to come in. And on the technical part, I'm not going to get deep into this because the volley's pretty, I want to say, vanilla around the world. Different than the ground strokes and the serve. A lot of people don't understand what that's about. But on the volley, look, there's hardly any movement. Bang, look, bang, that's it. You don't want to be up here like the Boca Butcher or the Canadian Cutter or whatever it is. Nothing goes on. It's a rotation. But people do all this crazy stuff. On the volley, put this in your head, less is more. And the racket, you see where the racket is to my eyes? Look, if the ball's here, look where my racket is. The ball's here, look where my racket is. The ball's there, look where my racket is. The ball's at my ankles, look, where's the racket? Eye level. Wait a minute, you have all the answers. I want to see you do that. This isn't Jeopardy, getting the right answers. Forget about bending your knees. That doesn't work for you guys. I've been saying bend your knees for 30 years. People, that's not bending your knees. If this is there, and you know this has to stay there, the brain will say, I'll go like that. What happens? You bend your knees. Keep the racket eye level. And you'll go to the next level. 1, 2, 3.
Bang!
Well, that was better. Let's see you guys say it. I like energy. That's my happy place. I like energy.